2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 3 says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and... Alright, you ready? 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 3 says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning of time.
All right. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Call HALAL.
YAHAWAH,
BAHASHAM,
YAHAWASHI,
BAHASHAM, QADASH, which has given all praise to the Most High. The name of His only begotten Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth. And truth and sincerity, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. And as you see today, we're on the way in transit, to camp, and today we're supposed to be having this No Kings protest, which is a protest against the Trump administration, okay? And it's not just here in America nationwide, but it's happening in other places all over the world, okay? Which can lead to really all hell breaking loose at any moment, which has got Trump, he's saying he's deploying, I believe, 2,500, troops, and at these protests, man, you people going out there protesting stuff, you're really putting yourself in a trap, because one day, hey, they ain't gonna just allow you to go out there and, keep throwing shit at these troops and stuff. They're gonna start shooting at you, man.
Yeah.
All right, they're gonna start, throwing bullets back at you. And I believe that, because you hear about these individuals that's setting up these protests, like George Soros and men alike. It's really just a trap to send the people out there so they can come against people with force.
Exactly.
And we in the time of great death and destruction. All hell is about to break loose in this country. It's already teetering a collapse.
Exactly. And that's what these devils are doing, and you playing right along in their plan. So they're antagonizing the people, all right, causing you to be angry with the government and angry with with them, so they can establish that order.
It's another thing that's going on, cannabis shops. They just opening that one up, but they opening up all down the street, man. Different cannabis shops. So as America's on the verge of collapsing, they just trying to get you high. They just trying to keep you high as hell.
Yeah.
And bugged out, man. Keep you, docile.
Yeah, because now your average American is either vaping, doing some type of drugs, and they gotta stay on those drugs to be able to stay calm, or to be able to function well, So these devils are, deliberately giving out all these different drugs and, things that people are taking, all right, that's continuously keeping, Jake sleep, man.
There go another one. We ain't making it up. There go another one. Damn it. It's a FedEx truck. There go another one. And right down here, yeah, it's another one right here. It's a fucking highlight yellow one. A bright highlight yellow one. So these things are all over the place now. And this is done on purpose. What you're saying now, they're going to make weed recreational for the whole country, and they're going to expunge people who have weed offenses, which that's wicked as hell, because Esau, he was running Jake down for some weed. Now he's selling it on the side of the street. Yeah. And that's for a purpose, because then they're putting more chemicals in it, and they got you people completely lost and confused, so that when all hell break loose, you're gonna be too high to react. Your reaction gonna be all slow. I think that's happening for a reason too, man. So that they can keep the people dumbed down and continue to move on you people, man. Yeah. So this whole No Kings protest today, you got these individuals going out there, and calling themselves protesting against, their sitting president, which, eventually those protests are going to get violent, man. All right. So it would not be wise to be out there and on protest for you Israelites, man. You don't have particular camps trying to go out there and protest trying to keep whole camp out there. That's not wise. Yeah. Okay. But the Lord warned us of this time we're coming into, where people are going to be bucking up against this system. Let's deal with the other one. Yeah. That's the the bright yellow one. Yeah. All right. So yeah, these devils, man, they definitely, are moving on with these enchantments, man, keeping these people dumbed down, keeping them lost, docile, and drugged up. America is just one big drugged up country, and if you ain't into the cannabis and the drinking all day, Then it's the food. You know, it's drugs all in the food. I showed you in my other video I did about the the lady who's buying all that bullshit. It's certain chemicals in that food you can't even pronounce, and that keep you drugged up. And people just look dead. You know, the eyes are open but nobody's home. Okay, they're really just out of it. So that's all according to this man's plan as well. You know, people are lost. Yeah. And they're gonna wake up when them nukes come, man.
Exactly. That's what those drugs do. It puts you in a state of mind where, you know, everything is, you know, fine and dandy, all right, and you lost to reality. You know, you don't know what's going on in reality and the things that's to happen.
Yeah, because they want to be in another reality.
Exactly.
People are trying to escape reality, really.
Exactly. And it's keep you unaware of what these devils are doing unto you. All right. So when these devils come, they don't catch a lot of you niggas off guard, bro, because you're already gonna be drugged out of your mind. All right. You know, so
another thing is too, you got the cartels telling the gangs, whoever killed these ICE agents, they'll give you $50,000. So you got niggas, you know, with them ski masks on and shit, them goddamn shiesties.
It's war in America.
Talking about they gonna run down on those ICE agents and shit and try to collect that bounty, and the Department of Homeland Security. You know,
50,000 as well.
Nah, they messaged back, you know, on Twitter, and said if some shit about if you do that, we gonna kill y'all. And that's the time we coming into, man. So now ain't the time to be trying to claim no gang or no set. And if you in a gang or call yourself in the gang, that's just a reason for them to run down on you anyways, man.
That's right.
And that's all they got to do is label these gang members terrorists. And you might not be with none of that shit, but just because you in a gang, you know, the other niggas in the gang, they're gonna get you killed. And that's gonna bring in Jacob's trouble and persecution for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians here in America, man.
Yep, that's another thing. I just did a lesson on that because the ICE was giving out that amount of money to people to volunteer to join them. You know, so they would give you out that amount of money and give you a
sign-on bonus.
A sign-on bonus, all right, and release you from your debt that you owe. So a lot of people are going, you know,
either way.
Yeah, either way, and it's going to be war in America. You also had it where Trump was saying at that Bad Bunny performance, you don't have ICE agents in there, ICE in there, you know, to round up you undocumented, you know, Northern Kingdom. All right.
Yeah, because so, he gonna be performing at the Super Bowl, supposedly.
Yeah.
So, and that's all the psyop. What are the odds they gonna put Bad Bunny in there, who's a Latin artist? Most of his songs are in Spanish any fucking ways. It's all a trap, man. Okay, but we understand what's going on. We see what's going on, and we're circumspect to these things. Yeah. So bring that back, Baba Kashan. You can grab in the GNT.
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world.
And we're seeing all these earthquakes. A lot of earthquakes popping off left and right. You know, major earthquakes, man, and very highly populated areas. Yeah. You got whole buildings collapsing on people. Yeah. You know, and they just said how the other day I saw an article where it was an earthquake on one of those major fault lines in California. They've been talking about that for the longest too. So we hearing and seeing about the earthquakes, but also the uproars of the people. This is happening all over the world. You got certain countries where the citizens are pretty much taking over the whole country. You know, they're moving on their government officials. You know, not to mention all the protests and all the riots and stuff that's going on too. Which that's going on today supposedly. We ain't got downtown yet, but we get down there, there's probably gonna be some shit going on. Yeah. All right, so now's the time to be circumspect, man. This ain't the time to be, you know, bugged out, you know, lost, confused, playing games. You know, we in a time to be circumspect more than ever because anything can pop off at any time. And Esau is setting the stage.
Yep. You know, and when it comes to those king protests, you know, you shouldn't be nowhere around them, man. All right, you know, lead them to do what they got to do, man. All right, it would be wise to stay away from them because ultimately they're gonna get judged, bro. And you don't want to get caught in the crossfire. That's right. All right, you know, so the scriptures tells us, man. All right, to stay away from those different, you know, loud, large crowd and groups that have those different political beliefs of this world, man. All right, you know, we stand far away from it, but you know, we're gonna continue to do videos on it and watch, man, and telling you what's going on.
Yeah, because these things gotta happen, bro.
It's prophecy.
Yeah, there's no hiding or running away from this stuff. These things gotta happen. Like when people they're protesting what Trump doing, that has to happen. It's prophecy. So really, you're trying to protest against YAHAWASHI, and that's gonna definitely get you killed. You know. And the Lord ain't gonna be with none of you individuals when this man roll on you at them protests, because you ain't supposed to be out there in the first place.
Yep. You want me to grab like those governing authorities? I'll get that. It says, finishing off, it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah,
this is already set up. This is already established. This is prophecy. So it's got to happen. No matter how much you want to protest against it, if you want to sign a petition against it, these things have to happen, man. The Lord put Trump in that seat for a reason, to bring the complete destruction of this country. All right? And then he's, you know, this is like the second No Kings protest where pretty much the whole nation is fucking rallying against this guy. You know? They're all coming up against this man. So what he's doing too is he's talking about bringing in that insurrection act, because eventually they're going to try to you know, to get him out of office or whatever. So he's pushing and in a rush to bring in that insurrection act, which is basically going to suspend all your rights, and is basically a light form of martial law before a martial law. All right, before they shut this whole country down and have you people, you know, trapped in your houses. They're going to lock this country down, okay, and then start making a move on people, man, going door to door. You know,
and they did it before, man, but it's going to be on a different level this time. All right, you know, back in 2020, you had curfews. You know, you had to follow all these different rules and regulations. All right, that was just a practice round, man. The real rounds is coming soon. Yeah,
that was the pre-test.
Exactly.
And now the real test is coming, and most people are going to fail. You're going to fail this real test, and when you fail this real test, guess what? And it's a beautiful day today too, man.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful day. So the Lord, he's definitely setting the stage for all hell to break loose, man.
And you had most people already, you know, failed the pre-test. So they definitely gonna fail the real test when, you know, these devils really come, like a flood, man.
Because if you fail the pre-test, you definitely gonna fail the real test. If you have, you know, the pre-test is an indicator if you're gonna fail the real test. Nobody's actually studying it, and the best thing to study is these scriptures, man. You had Theodore Roosevelt that said a thorough understanding of the Bible is worth more than any college education. But people go into debt, going to college, but they ain't never opened the Bible up. You know, show you that you're really not that smart. But another thing, you got this whole thing in Memphis. You know, they just unleashed those troops out there in Memphis. And I saw an article that said it's probably going to be a tornado storm out there in Memphis. It's going to be a storm out there in Memphis with tornadoes. And I'm down here in Florida. You know, we down here in Florida. How the hell we getting news like that down here in Florida about a storm in Memphis? But that was all spiritual, because the Lord is about to bring the storm, man. You got all them troops out there. I got a video I'm going to probably later on. I might have to post it in a few days. I still got a lot of videos to post from this past week, so it'll take time for it to come out. But when you see it, bro, these motherfuckers are out there, you know, they got the military out there, man. All right? They ready. First they was coming out there in just mask and regular clothes. Now they all in military fatigue. What is that telling you? It's getting more and more militarized, and eventually it's going to be a complete war out there, man. Trump already had the meeting with those war generals and said how the enemy is within, basically. All right? Is it on that?
Yeah, I got GNT.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 3 in the GNT. It says, there will be earthquakes, national rebellions.
National rebellions. And that's what we're seeing right now today. This No Kings protest is a national rebellion. They're rebelling against their own government. And it's nationally. It's all over the country right now. Every state is having a No Kings protest. And you think that's by coincidence? Who's setting this up? You know, somebody behind all these protests, where they got a whole website for it and stuff. They're setting this stuff up to put you people in a snare. So you go out there and protest thinking, simple as Americans, thinking that you're doing something, and the whole time all they doing, and you know, you got the Palantir, they're probably getting all you people faces. You got Trump that just labeled Antifa a terrorist group. So pretty soon, in the last No Kings protest, Trump was suggesting to start shooting people in the legs. He said, can we just shoot him in the leg? Can we just shoot him in the leg? So it's going to come a time where you're going to go out there and protest, and it's going to be your last fucking protest. They're going to come out with the street sweepers, man. And that's going to really turn things up, you know? And we can't wait. We're all for it, man. Call the Lord YAHAWASHI, because as we see things playing out, it's getting exciting, man. It's very exciting for us what we're seeing happening in the earth right now.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It says there will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders.
Unstable leaders. This guy Trump, he flip-flopping. You know, he all over the place. He got ankles all swelled up, hands all swelled up. This place is through.
Yeah, he's unstable, man. You know, they keep talking about bringing out those files and shit, and then he getting scared, and then next thing you know, like he trying to turn the topic around, pull out more distractions. It's hard for him right now, man.
Right.
All right, so he's mentally unstable. All right, that's a lot of pressure. He's what, in his 70s?
Yeah.
You know.
And I saw a post that King Andrew, he basically said he's stepping down because of the
pressure.
The Epstein allegations have not faded. So they thought it was going to just go away.
Yeah.
People still calling from the Epstein files, which really, from Epstein files was the small hats blackmailing your government. You know, that's what the Epstein files is about. The Epstein Island shit. Epstein was a Mossad agent, okay, working for the Israeli government, and basically what he was doing was he was getting all these, all your, because it's basically the same thing with the Diddy parties. You know, that's why Diddy had cameras all in his house, because he'll have them celebrities come over there and they'll blackmail you into that industry. When he was doing the same thing with these politicians and whatnot, with that whole Epstein thing. So the Epstein files, that's what it's about. That's what it's all about. It's about your government leaders, which Trump was one of the main ones. They got this guy on video dancing and chatting it up with Epstein. You know, sending him love letters and stuff. That was his boy.
Yep.
You know? Yep. So they don't want that to come out because it's going to expose them. So they're giving you all these distractions, and they'll do anything they can to stop that shit from coming out, man.
Exactly, and they gotta do whatever they tell them to do because they have that control over them, and they just waving those files over their head, like, okay, nigga, all right, play with it, you know. And that's why these, politicians, all right, and your governments, they're all scared. You know, you said King Andrew, you talking about stepping down because of it, all right, because now he has no control of his own, country, man. He has no control. So ultimately, that control is given to, those small hats, and he got to do whatever they say.
Yep.
Same thing with the celebrities. They got to do whatever they say.
Right. Because who run the music industry?
Exactly.
The small hats. Leo Cole, and those are all Jewish people, man. So really, what people are finding out is that the small hats is the one that's running the world, really. Yeah. That's a synagogue of Satan. And look how fucked up the world is under their lead.
And it's only getting worse. As time goes, the days are getting more evil. All right, and the earth is becoming weaker through age. All right, so we come into a time where that power is going to shift over, man, into a more suitable ruler, which is the Lord YAHAWASHI.
Right, 144,000 elect men. This is why we go out and do what we're doing. Because the Lord is establishing His government. Exactly. As this government is falling, the Lord is establishing His government. Yep. He's establishing the new kings of the earth. It's about no kings. There's gonna be kings. Oh yeah. There's gonna be kings. Okay. Scripture says how we should be kings and priests. Exactly. Okay. We're gonna be gods on this earth, man. I was watching that show of Gen V earlier, man, and it was a scene where he said, this guy who created all the suits, he said, we want gods to walk this earth. Not circus freaks. And Esau is a circus freak in himself, but then all the shit he had pushed with the homosexuality, all the pedo shit. Epstein Island was nothing but a bunch of freaks in there, bro. Yeah. These celebrities you see in like this guy Stefan Diggs, this nigga was trying to rape a dude. And Cardi B having a baby by this guy now, man. They're all freaks, man. All of them are sick and did some weird shit, something strange for a piece of change. Yeah. But that's who's on the top of the world right now. These are your celebrities. Yeah. We want a world where gods are going to walk this earth, not freaks, man. Exactly. I might do a video on that, bro. Exactly. Because the Lord going to make us gods, and that's what He's doing already. Yeah. We're being transformed into gods, and we're going to rule this fucking first and fist, man. Exactly. All right, in the name of YAHAWASHI. That's what this is all about, bro. That's right. We ain't out here to be no choir boys and sing you a nice tune. You got Jacob Found an Israelite, first thing they do is go make some music. Fuck some music. We singing the true song, man. Exactly. Okay, and that's this gospel. Yeah.
Jake, stumble to his truth. They think it's a new way to make some money, man. All right, but we coming into this thing, we know this is the Lord's business, man.
That's right.
All right, we gotta do the Lord's business.
And this is serious because, like I said, this is about rulership. The Lord is establishing a new kingdom, a new government. Okay, so as people are protesting this government, they don't realize that the Lord is already establishing His government. Yeah. Which most brothers go out on Saturdays. That's no coincidence that they having this protest today. No kings, no kings. You're gonna get some kings. 144,000 of them. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Exactly. These
and that's gonna be under Yahawashi and King David.
That's right.
So it's gonna come into a point where the whole world is gonna come to understand that what true righteousness and rulership is. Because you got literal monkeys in these power seats, man. You have Biden, which I saw a video. I'm gonna do a video on that too, man, of why the government is shut down. Okay. Basically, this guy Biden, he was sending all your tax dollars to all. Sending your tax dollars all over the world to fund homosexuality and stuff. So what is the Lord doing now? He's saying, okay, now we, like this guy Pete Hexer said, we're done with that shit, man. Okay, the Lord is putting a masculine spirit back in the earth, and it starts with the men of the Lord. Esau had his chance to rule. Now it's our turn. Yeah. That was it on that?
Oh no, it's more.
Go ahead.
It says, and confused rulers, when you see these things happening, you will know that these things happening, you will know that they are what Yahweh the Most High have spoken about since the beginning of creation.
That's right. It was already predestined that these things was going to happen. They have to happen. Okay. So we're seeing it all play out, and all we can do is be spiritual. All we can do is lock in, sit back and enjoy the show. Yeah. Because it's gonna be a hell of a show. Let me grab this real quick. This is Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
So we gotta walk circumspect, man. Be circumspect of the times that we are in. All right. This is not the time to be getting in political debates or anything about what these devils got going on, man. All right. We just going out doing the work. All right, we don't gotta lift a finger, man. The Lord got us, man.
That's right.
These niggas, they gonna, have their little, arguments and riots and uproars. These, that's what they gonna do, man, and they gonna get judged for that. But as long as we continue to do the work of the Lord YAHAWASHI and stay circumspect, because the scripture says, perilous times shall come, full of danger.
That's right.
One wrong move, man. All right, Jake. A nigga can try you on some BS, man. All right. You have, you have it where brothers will go out back then, and you have certain arguments with people. All right, but now it's getting to the time niggas ain't trying to argue no more. Niggas is ready to take your life, bro.
Right.
All right, so the best thing to do is just ultimately, man, the truth ain't up for debate, and we're not going out there rioting with these niggas or nothing, man. All right, we gonna let Jake know, and who would be for it. We looking for it's about the elect, man. All right. It's about the elect getting it, man. We're not gonna argue or debate or have riots about any of this shit that's going on, man. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people are protesting about. If it ain't in the spirit of Yahawashi, it's going to fade away anyway. Scriptures, the fashion in this world shall pass away. So as we know that, the best thing you can do is just sit back and be circumspect. Which circumspect, circum means circular, around, and spec means to look. So look around, pay attention. Don't even at camp. We was talking about it the other day about at camp. Hey, not just the brothers at the end of the camp, but all brothers should be on their P's and Q's watching, man. You can't, because the brother at the end of the line, he might be reading a precept, and if it's his job to be on the lookout, he occupied. Everybody got to be looking, bro. That's why when we at camp, I'm always watching down both sides of, because you never know somebody might come up and do some demonic shit. We in that time too. They gonna start seeking out the men of the Lord, trying to put us to death. Okay, you see what happened with the brother in Canada? That dude was trying to, really he was trying to press and threaten him to stop doing what he was doing, because the gun turned out to be a BB gun. But it's gonna get real. Motherfucker gonna have a real gun next time, man. And you gotta be in the spirit, circumspect, paying attention, and identifying all this shit that's going on before it goes down. Yeah. Don't be naive, man. We're not going out here to make friends or, you know, to make people get it. All we are is just the messengers, pushing out a message of YAHAWASHI. Whoever get it is gonna get it, and whoever not, they not. You know, it says redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Yeah, so we're redeeming those times, man. All right, watching, being on the watchtower, because, like I said, you know, as days go on, you know, these times are getting more and more evil. All right, we're seeing prophecy being unfolded. All right, and one of the prophecies is, you know, the love of many waxing cold, man. So no one, you know, cares about the next person's life anymore, man. It's all about their life.
Right, and then they protesting together. Exactly,
man. They all out there protesting, and they all got different beliefs. They not on the same page. Scripture says, "Can two walk together unless they be agreed?" Niggas, they all protesting on one thing, but if they spot out one of their beliefs, the next nigga next to them gonna punch them about it, man.
Right.
Press them about, you know, what they believe in, man. All right, so that's why, you know, brothers in this truth, we all believe in the same thing. All right, it's not one thing that a brother can say where the next brother be like, nah, I don't know about that, man. Right. All right, because then that means you're not a body. Right. All right, that means you're not a brotherhood. All right, you're not together for real.
Yeah, you got to be on one accord. And even when we go out, technically, we're protesting against this kingdom too. Oh, look, here we go. Let's pan it. Let's see what we got up here, man. Look at this. I guess that's the No Kings protest. That's supposed to be the No Kings protest.
That's it.
That's sad. Oh, look, those some people over there.
Yeah.
All right. Look like police mostly. All right. Yeah, last time we came out here, it was a lot more active. So just to go to show you, it's all bullshit, bro. That was the No Kings protest. You passed by it in 2 seconds.
Like two different camps, bro. But nah, yeah, man. So,
but you know what? It over time it might get like that, bro. That's why we came down here to get in and get out.
Yeah.
You know, get in and get out, man.
And that's using the wisdom of the scriptures, man. All right. Jake be trying to be involved with it to get likes and views and shit. Nah, bro. You do that, next thing you know,
somebody throwing on the bottle at the back of your head.
You getting jumped by the whole No King.
Hey, fuck you, Israelites, man. They got trying to protest with these people, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't got nothing to do with us, man.
You start getting jumped, man. Yeah, man. So
I need to grab some more of that.
Get in and get out, bro.
Yeah, look, it don't look like no damn protest out here, man. But you know, over time the people gonna start piling up or whatever. But it says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
We're not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, man. All right, we understand everything that's going on is the will of the Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, these devils protesting and trying to fight against, you know, Esau, Edom. But this is all prophecy, man, being fulfilled.
It's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen, man. You can't stop it. All right, and we understand that. So we just, you know, we go out and we camp, and you know, we telling you what's happening. We telling you the prophecies that's unfolding. We telling you the will of the Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, that's what we preaching, man. You know, that's what we prophesy. We told niggas about, you know, everything that's going on now. All right, and now that it's happening, niggas are still being fooled because they didn't listen. All right. But once that first body drop, man, it's gonna. Hey, man, they ain't gonna get serious, bro.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Once these niggas see blood, man, that's when it's gonna get real.
Yeah, and you know it's gonna be pandemonium. You know, all that has to happen is people be out there protesting, hundreds of thousands of people or whatever, and all you gotta hear is one gunshot. It's gonna be a stampede, man. People going out there with their kids and stuff. Look at this guy right here, man. Oh yeah, they protesting over here a little bit. His shirt say "fuck ICE." This guy got a anonymous mask on.
Donation drop off.
Oh, they trying to get some money.
Yeah. Like you said, bro, Jake always should find a way to make some money out of something, man. Yeah. You know. But you was finished with that?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, I got this. This is Luke chapter 11 and verse 17 in the NLT. It says he knew their thoughts, so he said, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A family splintered by feuding will fall apart.
right? And this kingdom is divided, man. It's very divided on many different fronts, man. This place is just divided.
Yeah.
People don't know what they believe in. Okay, and nobody believes in one thing. Only people that believe in one thing is us. The elect men.
Yep.
You got people that go to these churches and they all got their own different beliefs and stuff. You know, they don't know what's true and what's not true. So really, when you think about it, the only people that actually have one belief is the men of the Lord, man. Because we're under the vibration of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. Everybody else don't know what the fuck they believe in. You know, one moment when they believe in something, next moment they don't. You know.
That's why it's always chaos in something that Jake try to get together to do. All right, there's always chaos in it. Even these churches, man. Niggas committing adultery with others' wives and shit. You know, because they're not like-minded. They don't have this. You know, they don't have the same morals. All right.
Same spirit.
The same spirit.
They got, and then they got all type of different spirits on them. Oh, they got some shit going on over there for sure. What is that?
Yeah. Continuing on, it says, you say, I am powered by Satan, but if Satan is divided and fighting against himself, how can his kingdom survive? You know, so, you know, Satan is divided, as you see now. All right? So, they're, damn.
That shit crazy. They put
it's
on the roof. They got snipers on the roof over there. It's pretty much, a Papa Yui right here.
All right.
Goes to the other side. Hey, but call all Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, man. All right, we almost out of here, and that's all that matters.
Sykes.
Yeah, that's all that matters, bro. I guess he got some type of country concert going on out here, and that's even bullshit. Y'all supposed to be protesting. They about to enjoy a damn country show. Look at this bitch right here in the Bentley. These people right here gonna be targeted, man.
Yeah.
All right. This is a white lady. She be out here every other day in this Bentley, you know. Which that's another thing too. You know, you have the ultra rich, and it's gonna be the ultra rich and the ultra poor, man.
Ain't gonna be no middle class.
No middle class, bro. So people already you know, stressed out, can't pay their bills, bugging out. You know, all these things are you know, a means to an end of this kingdom, bro. All right, and call Halal Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI for you know, being with us and showing us, you know, what's going on, giving us the understanding, the insight.
Yep.
All right, but you got some more on that? Get ready to close out.
And if I am empowered by Satan, what about your own exorcists? They cast out demons too, so they will condemn you for what you have said.
Yeah, that's point on that.
Kinda,
all right, so hey, Lord, when this lesson was edifying, man, we're gonna go ahead and try to figure out what's going on with this camp, and we'll be back in a few. Shalom, call Halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM QADASH. Is giving all praise to the Most High, name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful scattered abroad. Shalom.
Shalom.